I've always very much sort of connected with the idea that you have to be at one with yourself to love and be able to love and appreciate yourself physically, mentally, or in all areas, spiritually, in order to really find that connection with another human being.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. This is
what?
why.
Yeah. Tell me your take on this and how you help people to be that for themselves.
Yes. One of the reasons we chose to work with sexuality is also because to really be holistic, and I believe this is something that even some of the alternative caretakers, holistic caretakers are sort of missing. To really become whole, you must include sexuality in that, in that perspective. And if you leave sexuality out of the picture, then you're living out a huge part of yourself. And when you really teach a person to become whole and to include sexuality in everything and to allow the sexual energy to flow freely, we work with people on sexuality, and they come back to us and say, "Oh, something changed in our business operation. Something changed in the way we connect with our children." Yeah. And we say, "Yes, this is exactly it." Because when you make a move, when you make a change in one direction,
when you expand,
you expand 360 degrees around you. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You're right. So it's about releasing ourselves, releasing our sexuality, if you like, from a form of bondage that we put ourselves in, from that sort of that straitjacket, that tension that keeps our sexuality being suppressed.
Yes, absolutely. We sometimes see so much suppression, so many sad stories of people who carry that social burden with them, and they take that burden into their sexuality. We used to work with a couple, really nice couple, and the woman, whenever they got into bed, the woman used to see her mother, visually seeing her mother standing above her and going like, "Oh, you shouldn't, no, you're not all right, you should do that." And that killed their sexuality.
They are married couple,
Yeah, this is. I'm sure that there are many people who are watching us and listening to what you're saying, and can connect with it and have experienced this kind of experience. How do people actually become aware of their sexual energy and can actually sort of connect with it, release it, in order to be themselves and to live their lives more holistically?
Obviously, if one works with a professional, then they receive guidance. But even when one is with themselves, we have a call for people. We have a recommendation. First of all, dare to be who you really are. And it begins with your everyday life. It begins with your creativity. Dare to be creative. Dare to touch colors. To dance. When you dance, dare to move. Move your body. Be who you really are. Don't look around you and say, "What are they thinking of me? How do I look like? Do I look ridiculous? Do I look stupid?"
Dance as if nobody watched.
Dance as if nobody is watching you, exactly. Be who you really are. Move your body. We have 3 elements that Tantra teaches. 3 elements that open the inner flute. Perhaps it's a good time to explain about the inner flute.
Yeah, please do.
Tantra believes, and we know from our work that it really is true. It's really effective. There is an inner flute in our body. It's actually it's a main channel for the flow of energy. through the body. And this inner flute, it begins with the lower bone, the lower segment of our body, where the sexual organs are, the root chakra.
Yeah.
And it goes throughout our body all the way to the crown chakra. And through this inner flute, flowing sounds and energies, all sorts of energies. And we teach people how to open the inner flute, because as we live our lives, we put blockages along this flute. And then when the energy is blocked, it is blocked both ways, both out and in. And the blockage is almost